it's Brock here with Rock Hill Farms, and today I want to show you the most cost-effective way to add a grapple to your tractor. The product I'm talking about is the Precision Manufacturing Add-a-grapple. In this video, we're going to install it, then we're going to take it out and really use it, and then I'm going to give you my thoughts on who this product is suited for, just an overall review, and why I have one. So, I originally was planning to do a full video just on the install, and then I got the product and realized it's a really simple install. So I don't think it really needed its own video, but I will show you real quick what goes into that. So when you receive it, these end pieces, the mounting brackets, will be facing up, and you slide those out, turn them where they're pointing down. Then you set it on top of your bucket with the grapple tines about an inch from the leading edge of the bucket. Now it's in place. I've clamped it down with these C-clamps. Then you just drill holes and bolt it on. And then you're hooking up your hydraulics. If you don't already have third function hydraulics, I'll talk about that at the end also. We're drilling 1/2-inch holes into steel. You want your hand drill to slightly mimic the properties of a drill press. When I started drilling metal, I would spin it as fast as it would go and maybe not push as hard, and it would start to smoke and get hot, and I'm sitting there pouring oil on it. And cutting oil is good for drilling, but for this thin metal, I don't even need it. I've already drilled the first hole. I put it on the slow speed. I used this variable speed, turned it slow and pushed hard, and it never really got hot. So I'm gonna go ahead and drill the rest of these holes, then we'll move on to the next step. Now that I've got that bolted on, the next step is to hook up my hydraulic lines. You just have 2 plugs here on the side of the cylinder, so I'll unscrew those, screw in the new lines, and plug these into my diverter, and we'll be set. All right, got the hoses on, moment of truth. Let's see if it operates. Precision makes a lot of different versions of add-a-grapples. This is the single or the small add-a-grapple. They've also got a double. They've got them for pallet forks. There's a bunch of different options. And the pallet fork one looks really cool to me, and it's adjustable height. But some of those other add-a-grapples come with the hoses, especially I know the dual clamp ones do, because they wanted to not leave it up to you to make the T and all the connections. But if you get this exact add-a-grapple, it won't come with the hoses. With the hoses, fittings, and having them made and everything, I spent $80 on 2 hoses. And I wish I could tell you exactly what to get on your hoses, but I can't, because I know that this is a 3/8 pipe thread right here, but everything else is going to depend on your hydraulic setup, what kind of connections you need at the end, where you placed your diverter or your third function valve. Tells you how long they need to be. For me, I've got hoses about 30 inches long, and what I actually did was take the hose off my other grapple, took it to hydraulic shop. So I need a version of this with an adapter to go into this pipe thread. So really simple setup. Let's go and move some logs and some brush. I've got a couple of these shrubs over here that I dug out with the stump bucket. We'll get those. Then I've got some limbs left over from a tree I cut down, and then we'll go find a bigger log. And actually, I'll probably just go over and get into the rock pile a little too, and just do a variety of tasks with it. Just like with anything else you do for the first time, there's gonna be a little bit of a learning curve. So some types of a grapple, it's better to drive into it and then clamp down. Some types you wanna come over the top and pinch and then curl up. So it'll just be a little bit of practice as I get the hang of it. So now we've seen this thing work as a grapple, but now let's say you want to do dirt work, then grapple work and dirt work without switching implements back and forth. So let's see if that's going to get in the way of me moving dirt. If you go with this setup and for some reason you don't want this grapple on, you don't have to unbolt it. You pull one pin right here and you pull a bar out right here, that takes the grapple loose, and then you pull another pin here, it takes the cylinder loose. That's going to leave this frame right here on the top of your bucket, but remove the grapple. And I think probably I will leave this on here all the time. I don't see any reason I would need to take it off. But if you do want to take it off, it's not that difficult to do. So I think I did a pretty average range of tests that somebody's going to do on a regular basis with this product. And honestly, I thought I was going to have a few more issues than I did, as far as the fact that I'm expecting the side of the bucket to limit what you can really grip, but it's got a huge opening here. I was able to still get that big log. I was able to still get a big pile of brush in one trip. It didn't affect anything as far as making it harder to move dirt. So I'm really impressed with this. Seems like a well-built product. I just did a video where I toured the factory where they make these, met some of the guys who make them. I talked to the owner, and it's an American-made product, so I'm happy to endorse them. So what are the strengths and weaknesses in my mind for this product? Number one, to my knowledge, this is the least expensive way to get a grapple on your tractor. As of right now, this is less than $1,000, somewhere $900 and something dollars. And most grapples, a premium grapple like the other grapple I have, is a $3,000 grapple. So if you're trying to be smart or conserve your money, this is a good option. Second reason that you might want this: if you have an older tractor with a pinned-on bucket, it's very difficult to put a traditional grapple on. This solves that problem because it just bolts onto any bucket. Third thing, if you have limited storage and you don't want to have a bunch of different attachments for your front end, this now puts 2 attachments in the space of 1, and that goes the same if you are like me and you go 2 jobs and you say, I might need to do this, I'm gonna need to dig, I might want to pick stuff up and move it. This consolidates needing a bucket and a grapple. I can take both in the same amount of trailer space. So in my mind, that makes it a little bit like a 4-in-1 bucket. And as far as negatives, it's not quite as nice probably for carrying brush and limbs as your premium grapples. It's not as wide. Mine's only a single clamp instead of a double, and it moves the weight out just a little bit. So if you're wanting to pick up the biggest log you can possibly lift, this is sticking out further. You're not going to lift quite as much. But overall, I'm really impressed with this product. So that's why I approached Precision Manufacturing and asked them if I could demonstrate this product on the YouTube channel, because even though I already have a grapple, I feel like this product provides value to a lot of people. So if you're interested in buying one of these, you can go to agfolks.com, use code ROCKHILL to get 5% off your purchase. You can also go to your dealership and tell them you want to order a product from Precision Manufacturing, and I think that way you're probably going to save shipping. But hopefully you enjoyed the video. I appreciate you taking time to watch. I'll put links over here to a couple more of our videos, and I'll see you next time.